Are you making occasional sales in your business, but not enough to quit your 9-to-5 job? Do you feel like you're always hustling for more clients, but you're not sure what you need to do in order to attract them consistently? If you're looking for the secret to making more consistent income in your business, make sure you watch this entire video because I'm gonna share the details on how to create monthly recurring revenue in your coaching business. Hey, Courtney Sanders here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, I'm a full-time online business coach as well as wife and mom. I do all the things, I wear all the hats, and today I want to talk to you about a topic that I'm increasingly passionate about, and that is creating monthly recurring revenue in your business, particularly as a coach or a consultant, because it's so important. So even though I've been full-time in my business for 4 years now, and I've been fortunate to always make at least 6 figures in my business every single year, even when I was just getting started, it didn't always come from recurring, systematic, consistent revenue, right? So if you can believe it, in the beginning, I was actually not that good at creating recurring revenue in my business. How I drove a lot of those numbers was doing these launches all the time, always feeling like I had to release a new product, do something new. And even though I like releasing new products and I like doing launches, I don't like depending on them, right? I sometimes feel like in the entrepreneurial space that constantly having to do a launch just to get income coming in the door is a bit like the entrepreneurial version of living paycheck to paycheck. And so I thought that I was fine because I was making all this money and who cares, how the money was coming in as long as I was making it. Well, I felt that way until I had my son, okay? So I had my son in 2018 and I just simply did not have the time nor the energy to do a lot of the things that I was doing previously in order to keep income coming in my business. And so that's when things got real for me and I was like, oh, wait a minute, I gotta figure out a way to create monthly recurring revenue in my business. So for the next year after I had my son, I focused on doing that exclusively. And I'm proud to say that I now make over 5 figures a month, every single month without having to launch anything. I don't even run ads the way I used to anymore. I just started to dabble back in ads, but I haven't even run ads for this entire year. And I consistently get sales, I consistently get new customers, new clients, and all I do is just what I'm doing right now, which is posting my content on YouTube, my podcast, Instagram, and social media. So if you want to know how to create monthly recurring revenue in your business, make sure you watch to the end because I'm going to get into it right now. Okay, the first step to creating monthly recurring revenue in your business is to create monthly recurring content. I want to shake people who are stressed out about not creating consistent revenue in their business or not attracting clients consistently. And it's like, but you don't post consistently. I mean, what do you expect your clients to do? People don't just, mosey on over to your Instagram, to your podcast, to your YouTube. They don't check their email inbox because they're looking for you. You have to consistently make sure that you're showing up and make sure that you're getting in front of people. And so I don't even want to hear it in terms of complaining about not creating consistent revenue in your business if you're not also creating consistent content. So for me, consistent content looks like a minimum a weekly YouTube video, a minimum a weekly podcast, daily-ish or a handful of times a week on Instagram, and then also sending daily-ish emails. So those are the 4 kind of bedrocks of content that I have in my business that if I am not doing those things consistently, my sales go down. And like I said, I don't even run ads like that, I might in the future, and I used to spend a lot of money on ads in the past, but I really like not having to run ads because ads cost money and it eats into your revenue. And so I like having a more healthy profit margin, but I know, okay, if you're not gonna run ads and you're not gonna do all these other things, you do at least have to show up consistently with your content. So make sure that you were doing that. Now, you don't have to be on YouTube, you don't have to do your podcast. I don't know where you are. Maybe you really like posting your content on LinkedIn, maybe Facebook is your jam over Instagram. That's totally fine, but wherever you choose to be, make sure that you are creating consistent content there because consistent content is what translates into consistent revenue. Okay, the next thing you need to do in order to create consistent monthly recurring revenue in your business is you need to set up your sales funnel. Now, sales funnels can sound very scary if you're not familiar with what a sales funnel is. Basically, it's the process by which you take complete strangers to, making them people who at least know a little bit about your brand and then converting them into actual paying customers. And so every business has this process. Sales funnels have existed since the beginning of business. Now, they haven't always existed in terms of fancy email marketing automations and all of that, but I mean, for as long as people have been marketing, there has been a process to take people from, I don't even know who you are, to I'm interested, to, okay, I want to buy your program. So you need to set up a sales system or a sales funnel in your business. Now, my favorite sales funnels happen by way of email. I love email automation, and I love being able to have my digital products available inside of my sales funnels and inside of my automated email. So regardless of how you make your money or what your business model looks like, I know for some coaches, they're very heavy on one-on-one coaching. Other coaches are very heavy on group coaching. Other coaches, more like me, tend to do less group coaching. I don't do one-on-one coaching almost at all anymore because, like I said, I have a toddler, and then, you know, I'm pregnant with another baby on the way, so I just don't have the time for it. I will occasionally do a group coaching program, but my sweet spot is really with courses and with digital products. So it doesn't matter what it is you're selling or what your particular coaching business looks like. You need to have a sales funnel set up on the back end so that that first tip, creating consistent content, will actually work for you. Because when you are creating consistent content, part of the reason it translates into consistent cash in your business is because people see your content and then they get in your sales funnels, and then they're presented with an opportunity to purchase your products or to join your coaching program or to get on a call with you. So the two really go hand in hand. Yes, you have to have consistent content, but your consistent content is not going to translate into sales unless you have that sales funnel set up. So make sure you are doing that as well. All right, the third thing you need to do, and this is mildly controversial, but I found that one of the best ways to create consistent revenue in your business is to have some form of low ticket offers. Now, even if you are strictly a high ticket coach, you work with people one-on-one, you know, people got to pay $5,000 just to even get you out of bed in the morning. Like, that's totally fine. But I find that having some of these lower ticket products, like, you know, on the bottom tier of your value ladder, is very helpful because one, it creates consistent sales that is kind of a base that you can always depend on. But two, those customers that buy your low ticket products end up ascending into your higher ticket programs if you have those sales funnels set up correctly. So I find that these all work well together, but I find that a lot of coaches that are strictly focused on just, you know, I only work with people high end, I only work with people one-on-one, that's fine. 70, 80, 90% of your business can come through, you know, higher ticket offers. But I do find that if you have some lower ticket options available, and again, you have them set up on sales funnels and you were doing your consistent content, I find that it creates a nice base of stability for you so that no matter what, even if, you know, your phone sales were terrible this month, you have a base of income coming in that you didn't necessarily have to work for because it's just people going ahead and buying your lower ticket, you know, digital products or your lower ticket digital offers. So don't sleep on low ticket. It can be, you know, something really nice to smooth out that revenue every single month. All right, I got more tips where that came from, but before I dive into it, I want to hear from you. How much monthly reoccurring revenue do you want in your business? The sky is the limit. I would love to hear from you. How much would you love to be generating every single month? Go ahead and put that in the comments below. All right, the fourth thing that you should do in order to create monthly recurring revenue in your business is to master webinar sales. Yes. So webinars are very powerful. I know sometimes people think like, oh, do webinars still work? Are they still a thing? Yeah, they're still a thing. And yes, they are great for creating consistent, recurring revenue in your business, whether you, again, are selling higher ticket programs or you're selling mid-ticket programs or you're selling low-ticket offers. So you wanna make sure that you are mastering webinar sales and that you're incorporating webinars in your monthly content flow. So whether you do one webinar a month or you do one webinar a week. So once you get really good at your webinars, you'll know based on the amount of registrants you have, how many people are actually going to pull the trigger and buy your offer or sign up for your coaching program. And that will really help you forecast and plan and smooth out your revenue to make it more recurring. All right, the fifth thing you need to do is master phone sales. Yes, and this is especially if you have high ticket coaching offers in your business. Now, a lot of your higher ticket programs are going to be sold over the phone, and I find that a lot of people have poor revenue or they don't have recurring revenue simply because they don't know how to close clients on the phone. So as I've talked about in previous videos, this was really a problem for me. I wasn't actually able to quit my job until I hired a coach who taught me how to do this. But once I was able to master phone sales, again, I knew based on the amount of people who were signing up for my discovery calls, I could predict with pretty scary accuracy how many people were actually going to sign up and ultimately how much income I was going to be able to generate that month just from those discovery calls. So you want to make sure that you're mastering phone sales. If you're terrible at phone sales, have no fear. In my Consistent Client Masterclass, I actually go over my entire consistent client process as well as how you can get my discovery call script for free. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and sign up for that masterclass at CourtneyLSanders.com/masterclass. Okay, I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified the next time my video goes live. And if you can't wait until my next video comes out, make sure that you are subscribed to my podcast, The Courtney Sanders Show, both on iTunes and Spotify. And if you can't even wait until my next podcast comes out, go ahead and mosey on over to Instagram and follow me at Courtney L. Sanders, where I share a lot of business tips nearly every day. And I love chopping it up with you guys in the comments and in my DMs. So feel free to slide in my DMs and hit me up. So with that, I really hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.